Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So today we're going over to Marks and Spencer's for their Christmas ale, and made by Adnams Brewery, and I absolutely love Adnams Brewery. Was a fan of their beers before we went down to Southwold, but me and Andy from the Happy Drinkers, he was umming and ahhing about going down. Our friends were going down, so we were basically following. And what we discovered was so amazing, and it blew both our minds at how good it was. Never come across any brewery like that, before, not since either. Although Badger Brewery, to be fair, was pretty damn decent as well in Dorset. This is Christmas Ale, Southwold, Marks and Spencer, festive and fruity, 4.2% ABV. First beer of the day. It's 7:30 at night. There we go. One time on the channel there was review after review after review of Adnams. It obviously, when I go and do beer hauls at places, there's going to be lots of beers from that place, and I did buy an awful lot of beers when I went down to Dorset the other week, and I've been stocking up quite regular since, and some very kind gifts to the channel as well since then. So it's amazing. It's amazing the kindness of human beings. Like a mahogany-looking colour on this. It was slightly off whitehead. Bit of a Christmas pudding, fruity nose on this. Oh, cheers on. I do, like I say, I absolutely love this brewery. One of these days, we'll go back down to Southwold, stop over, go and do all the Southwold pubs, the Adnams pubs in that area, do proper reviews in the pubs, 5-minute reviews, 6-minute reviews. That's the way I'm going back to on the beer channel. I'm dumping the 1-minute beer review thing. At one stage, YouTube, it was really good for getting the beers out there, but then YouTube changed it, and now literally the views you get are pointless. So it's a lot of hassle to do all the social media for 30 people to watch a video, and YouTube shorts are getting buried because literally there's millions of shorts, and they don't show up in the configuration, in the SEO, search engine optimization. So it's better to actually do a proper review, even if it's a few minutes, just to talk about beer, as you do anyway. And I like to talk about the beer. I'll say whatever I know, waffle like I always do, and probably come out with some absolute rubbish, but it is what it is. Festive, fruity, caramel, also malty caramel. I'm not sure if this is the same beer that usually is in Marks and Spencer's. I know I've had different Christmassy beers I've had the Christmas cider before. Didn't really go for that this year. Weren't overly fussed about doing the cider. You have to limit how many beers you buy, otherwise you can end up with hundreds of beers that you never get to drink. I've literally got for Christmas already 35 beers sat in 3 boxes in the house, 4 boxes. So 2 beer hauls coming on Christmas Day. Siren Craft and Three Brothers Brewing. They're 20% off when you buy 12 bottles. It's well worth spragging, you know. And then getting to their 70 quid to get their free delivery. By the time you've got to 70 quid, you've ended up with 20 bottles. So, and the price of the bottles, because you bought, they keep 20%, the 20% keeps going. And flipping brilliant. It's now Thursday. I'm going to have a Saturday off. No work. However, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do some gardening. I'm going to try and wipe up the back garden, or at least a good dose of the back garden. I am working Sunday, mind, so you know, it's not a totally restful week. And today I've not worked extra today. I've done the 8 hours and come home just knackered. You know, I think working 7 days and then working longer in the week as well just catches up in the end. And the cold, and I've got to be absolutely honest with people. I hate driving in the dark. Bloody hate it. It's definitely a future beer with Raggy, that is, about the dark. I really do hate it, the dark. I'm not scared, don't get me wrong. You know, you're as big as everybody else in the dark. You're as scary as anybody else in the dark. And, you know, I know that. I remember our Charlie. He was on the front garden and these two people walked by. And he's in a little Cocker Spaniel. He's got a normal bark on him, like, ruff, ruff, ruff. These two people, he's seen them. They couldn't see him because he was black. He's black anyway. And all of a sudden he put big dog bark on. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Fucking hell, where did that come from? They shit themselves, these people. And it was amazing. If you could have if you could have had him as an actor, that moment there just would have sold it. Charlie, put on your big dog bark. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. Oh, I so miss that dog. It's a year nearly. And there's pet lovers. You know, not having a pet, it's incredibly difficult. I go out into the garden and so in essence, yeah, it's tasting great. Like I say, Adnams, an amazing brewery. I know ghost ships everywhere. They've obviously got to deal with, I don't know, one of the big macro breweries, Heineken or whatever. So yeah, I know that's everywhere. But the brewery themselves, I went to the Soul Bay Inn. I even did a review of it. You know, I do these reviews. It's up to the pubs if they watch them or not. You know, in essence, it doesn't really matter. For people who follow my channel, if they're interested in going down and my review gives you the nudge to go down and to experience what I experienced, then that is all the thanks I need. You know, it doesn't matter if the pubs and breweries share this on their page. It doesn't really matter to me. Some pubs have, you know, across the UK, breweries have, and I'm super thankful for that. Ooh. Gotta be honest, coming up to my favourite time of the year, Christmas. Coming up to the 2 lives a day, 2 advent calendar lives a day. So that'll be interesting how I work that out. One may be earlier, about 5, and one may be late, about 9 even. So catch 2 different ends of the spectrum. It might be that the low cost ones come later. Reason is, not every day later, but certainly later. I've got to be careful with my son these days because he goes kickboxing, and we can't miss him doing that. And I generally think that the Adventure Beer Advent Calendar will be, the ABVs will all be lower, whereas the low cost ones could be anything. They could be impies, they could be absolutely anything in 440ml cans, which is good. I like the fact that I have no idea whatsoever is coming. That to me is true. I mean, the Adventure Beer ones, I know it's going to be from a set amount of breweries because there are only so many breweries in Nottingham and Derby and Leicester, and only so many actually bringing out new beers. There's a lot that, for whatever reason, aren't canning or bottling these days, which is a bit bloody annoying, but there you go. It's another true taste of Christmas. You know, I personally think that getting somebody who's a bit of a beer fan, going to different supermarkets, to Morrison's for some, to Marks and Spencer's for some, Sainsbury's for the winter warmer, and the porter. I'm not sure what Aldi got in. Lidl, I think, might have something. They usually have a Christmas beer. But collecting all these, spending literally 20 quid or so and getting 10 beers and giving somebody that as a present, if you're going to spend 20 quid on them, that is, I think that's an amazing present. And this, in cost of living crisis, to do that in the cost of living crisis, we all go through hard times. A lot of us are working a lot harder than just to pay the bills and keep the heat in the house. I understand it totally because we are having to work our bones off to be able to pay the bills, to be able to pay flipping cars. Don't get me started on cars. Been a rough year for that. But then to have some sort of going out life, to experience pubs. And, it's going to slow down over the winter months because there's going to be a period soon where I am not working at all. So on gardens and, so, unless the good fellas, the good people next door to me at Callum want me to work on their garden to get the prep work done ready for next year, which I don't mind doing a couple of hours a week on theirs, because I want it to look as amazing as it should do, and it's my little project. It's their garden, my project, but it's all about doing good, isn't it? You know what I mean? You do good in this world, it comes back to you. Festive, fruity. The ABV 4.2 is actually quite a low ABV in the grand scheme of things, but it delivers a true taste of Christmas. It's not too taxing on the old ABV, which for a lot of people, a lot of people don't like big ABV beers. So 4.2 is fantastic for a lot of people. Marks and Spencer, I think it's actually a clever play. I can't remember what I paid for it. Got to be honest, can't remember. But Adnams, if you see Adnams anywhere, their beers are outstanding. Would I drink it again? Yes, without any shadow of a doubt. Good 4.4 out of 5 for me. And that's my review. Thank you for watching. See you soon.